Good day, everybody. It's Max, and welcome back to Dyson Sphere Program Destiny. That's right, where we're working on blueprints to get ready to do the 10-hour speedrun challenge. You know it. Now, of course, I'm not doing a true speedrun in terms of speedrun. I just want to get the I just want the achievement, right? You know, I want that achievement. And to get the achievement, sometimes you gotta make plans. So just like in Factorio, where we built an entire base and then blueprinted it out and all the stuff, it's a little more involved in DSP, that's for sure. But that's what we're doing. Before we get started on all the things, hey, you know what? You should, let me see. I'm running a few seconds behind here because just, it's been a crazy day, people. It's been a crazy day. So before we get started and all the things, yeah, well, you know what? We'll have it running in the background for a minute. I want to thank everybody for hanging out, doing all the stuff. The recent subscribers going at the bottom of the screen, of course. I appreciate that very much. Of course, everybody in the live chats, you know it. And, of course, those who watch later, I am very appreciative of that. And all the things, hey, look at that. That's a factory. I just loaded it up. That's what I was doing on the background. You should probably push that button. I got the sound turned way down. We can probably turn the sound up. No, I don't want that. Settings. We can probably turn the audio up just a little bit. Yeah, I got down like 3%. You know, chances are I can give you like a little audio, right? Gee, what a guy. Oh, wow. Yeah, nope. Just hold on a second. That's an awful lot of audio, isn't it? I had to stretch over and get my microphone speakers turned down, all the things. Listen, meanwhile, wow, there's a lot of audio. There's a lot of audio going on there. Okay, well, can't say that the audio isn't working in the things. Okay, so let's have a look at what we got going on. It was 2 hours exactly when we loaded it, but now it's like 2 hours and 2 minutes. But let's have a look at everything that's going on. Now, this is my this is one of my test runs with using the blueprints and all the stuff. So we're actually going to, I'll show you that here in the blueprint book. Just ignore some of this because this is just me playing around. So here we are for speed run stage 1. As you can see here, we've got the 3 sections of mall. We've got the belts, and of course all that has to be laid out. We got sections of the mall that have to be done and built out. Of course, we got the blue and red science that need to be done and built out, and the oil for running red science, because of course that's extra. We do have a stone build here that I haven't quite done yet. I'd like to do that here momentarily. Oil is divided into 2. So you'll see here, it is actually a little bigger, I think, than from when we did the live stream last time. These are, we got 2 tanks here slowly building up. Yes, we do. Okay. Now, I am going to make a few changes here, I think. In fact, that's probably where I should start. So, let's make a mess, people. Let's make a mess. Do you really want to make a mess? Yeah, watch this. Boom. That's a mess, people. Yeah, it is. You gonna fix that? Yep, I sure am. Okay, anytime now, right? Yeah, I got it. It's under control. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. Look, sometimes when you're baking a cake, you gotta make a mess. And it is what it is. And I mean, you know, this isn't like, you know, an ordinary cake. This is a cake of destiny, people. So, you know, we gotta work on it a little bit here and all the things. And we'll clean it all up. It's perfectly fine. Watch this. Oh, I accidentally deleted all of that. That's because I'm so used to using the delete key. It's all right. You know what? I don't have to save this. I mean, you know, I can always just go back and revert this later. But anyway, we'll make this little change there because I'd like to also make a little change to our lab setup here. Do I have any labs on me? I probably don't. That answer is a no. Or is it? No, you have 2 labs on you, dude. Oh, wow. Well, that answer may be a yes yet. Listen, since you just blew up... Since you just blew up this thing, here, at least put that that little bit of gas in there for them. That was awful mean of you, Max. Listen, I'm glad you're having a laugh over all this stuff, but we got serious things to do. Sure. I mean, if you say so. But let's have a look at everything that we got going on here. So, starting from the top, at this point in time, like I said, I do want to build this next piece out. We'll do this all shortly. 3 power has been put in. This is 2 blueprints of power, and then of course much earlier in the build is this blueprint down here of this coal with this graphite. Is it graphene or graphite? All right, so this is the graphite, and the graphene is later. And then, of course, we get this little bit of a power setup here to get us up and running while we work towards that. The mall has its 3 sections up and running, looks good. And I would like to get research running again, so I'm going to take a few circuit boards here. Bam, bam. Throw them into the equation. We're going to do this. Looks like I'm going to need at least 100 of that. Or am I? Yeah, let's not take more than 100 though, because I'm already having an inventory problem. People. So, you know, I mean, it gets a little tricky when you start getting up here. Listen, why don't you put this thing on the ground for a minute, would you? Yeah, so obviously, inventory capacity, all the things, you know, we're working towards moving on towards what would be yellow science. Now, like I said, there's a few tweaks that need to be done here. One of them is the expansion of that. So please pick up a few labs so you can do this. How many labs do you want? Well, not too many. Let's say you got, let's say 4? All right, there. Let's go with that. Cool. Now, the goal here is to have 100 science a minute. So to have that 100 science a minute, basically it's 5 blue, 10 red is the goal there. Let's see. Do you want to try and do a fast copy on that? Whoa. Let's get out of that for a second. I don't really like the spacing on this. Let's try and fix that at the same time. All right, listen. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to drop you all over the ground. Inventory. It's really full at the moment. All right. Can we get rid of some of the inventory? Listen. Here. Have some free iron. Yeah, here. Have that. Yep, you can have all of it, because I need a few spots here, dudes. I just need a few spots. You know, make things happen. There we go. Inventory capacity level 1. Listen, you got to fix this stuff here really fast because you're breaking things. I've already got a fix made for these labs here, but I won't worry about that here at the moment. Yeah, use the vacuum, dude. Don't use the delete key this time. Okay. Oh, okay. They're just going to eat that up. That's fine. So do all the things. Yeah, I can't get them out of there. Anyway, all right. Let's see. I'd like to make a few adjustments to this. I've already made adjustments to this part of the blueprint over here offline, but I'm not going to worry about having that into the game. I try to practice at least once a day, which, of course, I mean, you know, we're looking at 2 hours here, right? So this stage 1, if we want to talk about it that way, this is a stage 1 of multiple stage events. And I guess you would call this a segmented run, is what they're referring to it as. And basically, it's like, okay, everything that can happen up to this point, I'm going to do the run like 9 times or 19 times or 29 times, and when I'm super happy about how it's all working, I will say, okay, life is good. I'm going to accept that as a win and take it as that, right? You got to move this down. I know that. Yes, right to about there. We're right to about there. Now, can you get that last row in there? Listen, you got a mall here that's got full of stuff. Look, power poles until you're blue in the face, dude. Look at this, belts. Gotta like it. So yeah, don't you dare handcraft anything. Now, I mean, we're still gonna handcraft lots of things. let's be realistic. On a run, I really should be crafting more belt at the moment, because that amount of belt isn't going to do when we have to go to space and do the things, right? So I should actually be handcrafted, but this is the setup rounds, right? So we're just setting it up. I'm not going to pressure myself into making sure we got everything. Then, of course, I go off and I start testing the run itself and all the things. And then if I totally don't lose all my cool, then it's all good after that. Now, that's a bit of a problem, Max. You know what? You can fix it like this. There you go. Do that. You didn't want that there anyway. Well, do that, and then you can stick them 14 back in there. Well, you're really good at, cleaning up after yourself, if nothing else. There we go. Well, it's a good thing you made adjustments to this line over here, because this would never fit if you didn't do that, right? Well, yeah. See, I knew what I was doing the entire time. All right. Well, I'm glad you think so. Do that. Do this. Do that. And this one. And this one. And do that one. Mr. O, how's it going today, sir? I hope it's all good in the neighborhood. And okay, we got magical things happening. We got cubes, more cubes. You got to put some power to this thing. Boom, there we go. So that's going to handle that. So that's a better build. What is that? 2, 4, 6, 8. That's not enough, Max. You need 10. 10. Done. Okay, so I am a little concerned because usually you need, I might need faster faster sorters to get that up to the 3rd level. Usually, they'll do that, but I think that's going to fail every once in a while, right? I don't think see, you'll have a hard time getting that all the way up to the top, because these guys are just going to steal it all the time. It's terrible. So that's the thing about stacking, right? Yellow sorter just can't get it up there to take advantage of that. And I mean, we are using yellow belts and level 1 sorters, so we're doing the best we can. I'm assuming what I'll have to do is I'll have to plan an upgrade path somewheres in the run where I come back here and maybe upgrade the sorters to level 2 or something like that. But we do have lots of red, lots of blue, lots of things going into lots of labs and getting done. And this is also designed to be expanded. So is that a thing I want to do now? Maybe? I mean, it kind of makes sense if you're over here to fix the reds, but well, no, you weren't over here to fix the reds, and no, I've already fixed this in my blueprint, I think. So I think I'm going to be okay with that. So let's move on to the next thing, which is this stone over here. So let's do that. I am doing okay. I forgot to do the service announcement when I started. Service announcement. So I'll do that now. Service announcement. I got a call, and one of my family members is ill and all that stuff. Usually wouldn't be a big deal, but they might need some extra help while they're down and out. So if I do get a call from them and have to go do things like that, well then that's a thing that's going to happen, right? So obviously, meanwhile, we're going to play on anyway. And if if we don't get any calls or anything like that crazy, then we'll just assume that each day goes well until hopefully they're better. And we'll go with that. So that's my service announcements. But I myself am doing good. And overall, I don't think I've pulled my hair out. All right. Now, this would be the last part of stage 1 that I'd like to have as what I consider to be stage 1. After this, I want to move on to what I would call stage 2, right? So I'm going to put that in here. And this I will consider to be the end of stage 1. And we will move on to stage 2. And then, of course, stage 2 is everything from prepping to go to space to whatever the things are, right? Do I have enough for this? You don't have a box. I'm missing a box. 1 box, huh? Well, there, I can have a box now, right? Listen, you've got some gears. Why don't you help out space a little bit by making some of these, right? I'm pretty sure you're going to need to help space out with that. So yeah, doing all right. You know, it's a Tuesday. It's a Tuesday. And as much as I wish I had this all done and all the planning and things, but yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. I mean, it's coming to, I mean, I must admit, my practice runs in this have worked out really well. I've done 2-3 practice runs. All of them have been really good, and getting lower all the time. So hopefully that keeps going. That continues. That we don't have any more. We don't have any problems around that. And then hopefully after that we we'll move on to stage 2 here, which is me flying off to the moon out here. Where is it? There it is, flying around us. We'll fly out here. We're hopefully going to get some titanium set up today and a few other things as part of stage 2. And as you can see here, we're actually doing a little bit of silicon here now. And the reason for that is to help with proliferation, which of course we're not doing at the moment. I'm not worried about that on camera here at the moment. I do have a blueprint that we are going to try out here shortly that I do want to include as part of stage 1. I haven't really got a place for it yet, so it's gonna. I have to look here at my. I unfortunately, my document is not in. I got to do a transfer of documents, so I have documents that I've been testing to do all this stuff, but I forgot to transfer them over, and so it's all kind of a mess, people. It's all kind of a mess. But yes, this is now making us some silicone or whatever. It's making me some things. It's making me the green stuff, and that's important. I am very concerned about this. There's not much you can do about that, though, Max, because you've got to prepare. Is that going to have to be part of stage 1, you preparing to drag a line up there? I think so. You may have to drag 2 lines up there, dude. Well, I'd rather only drag 1 if it's possible. I'd rather not drag 2 lines up there. Do that. Do this. And let's take this line and move and drag it up there, I think is what I'm going to have to do. My brain's a bit dizzy after all the numbers. I can imagine, dude. I can imagine. Inventory. Nothing's more crazy than inventory. You know, like it just is what it is, right? It's like, oh man, inventory. Whose idea was that? I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, you got to be you got to have accountability and blah blah blah, and some other foolish sayings and all that jazz. But yes, I can feel the pain on that. That's for sure. What are you going to try and do here, Max? Well, I'd really like to sneak this across here. Of course, this is all about future planning, right? Oh, listen, you're about to run out of power, dude. You're running out of power. Yep, put this thing down, would you? And then back this off by 1. How come am I really out of all that power? All the power is gone? Wow, all the power is gone. Listen, here, put that in there. Stand by this thing for a minute. Yeah, charge up, dude. Here, have 2. We can charge up faster. Yep, guys, come put this thing down. All right, there we go. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, have the line go zip zip. Do the things. What are you doing? Oh, you're trying to put that belt behind me down. All right, that's fine. So, is this like? I'd like to keep it. I'd like to keep it somewhat close to this, and then do this little maneuver, something like that. And of course, my whole theory plot point here. Come on, guys, listen. Come finish this belt down here first. No sense running all the way up there, and then let's finish this down here, guys. Yeah, and a good night's sleep without setting an alarm. Really, huh? Oh yeah, that would definitely help. Yeah, I remember nothing. Yeah, it gets it. People don't understand the mental draining that it does to you, right? Like, don't get me wrong. I won't diss anybody who works in a physical job because, from a physical standpoint, it can be physically demanding. I mean, that's the whole point of the physical part. Um, at the same wow, look at that. That's like some magical belt thing that's going on there. I must admit that's pretty cool. All right, that's going to help with my mall problem. All right. And again, we're making notes here, right? So we're making little notes here to say, oh, okay, I have to deal with my small mall problem, which is good. But a lot of people don't understand, like, okay, when you're like doing like when I'm working on computers and stuff, there's a mental like or doing a lot of counting or accounting in general or whatever. There's a lot of mental that goes on there and can be very exhausting. It can be very exhausting, right? So that's a thing. So I just want to point out that, yep, I will always have great respect for those who work in physical traits. And at the same time, I also have great respect for those who do a lot of, like a lot of things, right? Because mental anguish and the whole 9 yards can be also very exhausting all the time. All the time. Listen, turn that check mark off for a minute. I hate turning that check mark off because I like seeing what's going on. And if I can do that, then that's great. So now we can turn the check mark back on. I'm not using anything in my inventory, but when you have the check mark in there, it keeps the numbers on the screen so I can visually see how well the research is coming along. Or like, for example, I can see if it gets stuck anywhere and it's like, oh, why is it not making red cubes for a while or something like that, right? So it's just a visual thing for me that I can check up on while doing all this stuff. All right. This could actually be a little hard, Max, because you literally forgot your notes and things. I do have my card written down here, so I may have to just go with that. Okay, you did have the card written down here, dude. What did you do with the card? Did you drop the card? Where's the card? Oh, gee whiz. What did I do with the card? Oh, okay, there's the card. Okay. So I know I sound like I'm all over the desk. That's because it's a big desk, and there's a lot of cards on it, and one of the cards is the one I need. All right, so I've checked some power. Yeah, we got this. We got the rock build. Okay, cool. So with all of that, we should now feel somewhat confident to go to space, because space is a thing. 30 is probably, you're going to need probably more than 30, dude, but it is what it is. The question is going to space, do I need to keep doing anything here first? Because the less times that we go to space is better, all right? Space, don't get me wrong, I love space, right? Space, Final Frontier, right? It's all good. That being said, if there's more work I can do here before going to space, that's a benefit to me, right? Because then when we do go to this planet, like, I don't want to be just flying over here, building 3 things, and then flying back, right? That's going to slow me down, right? So what I'm doing here is I'm kind of just like, checking things out. You'll notice here I'm using the same factory for building extractors as well as chem plants. You can do that. That's no problem. In fact, saves you from having to try and fit another factory that's pointless. That's not... I mean, I'm never going to need any more than like probably 10, 11 more extractors anyway. I have 11, right? I don't know how many oil fields there are on the planet. Why is that not turned on? I don't know how many oil fields there are. Like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, like, there's only, like, 9 to 12 left. So, why would I build this factory, only have it build the 10 oil extractors, and then never use it again? Well, that's just silly, right? considering all the same things you need in this factory, almost match exactly for doing chem plants or something else, right? Now, in this particular case, I'm going to need another 30 of those. But as you can see there, we've got oil refineries building, right? So as when we come time to do that oil, it's ready to go. We've got over 50 of those, and I think I need 90 in total. So I've already used like almost 20, so there's 50. So that's not going to take much more. A lot of this build's going to wrap our heads around working with this, and we need to do this. You betcha. Can we make this all happen now? Yes. But that's a thing. That is not where that's supposed to go, dude. This is where that's supposed to go. Alright, so that takes care of that. This will get you the Mark IIIs you want out of this box, but I'm not worried about them Mark IIIs right now. I'm just more worried about Mark IIs. I'd rather have Mark II belt. But I don't have Mark II belt? Is that not on my research list? Okay, so I guess this is where we have to do some research things. So we definitely want that. We definitely are going to want something like that. That is not a thing you want. No, you're not allowed to touch that. No touching environment. Yeah, boo-hoo for you, but no environment modification for you, buddy. You definitely need this. I know that. That's got to happen. And then, of course, this has to happen. I know X-ray cracking's got to happen at some point in time. Again, I don't... Oh, look, you need this. Gee whiz. Because there's the yellow science you need really bad. Right? Yeah, it is. Listen, let's go to upgrades for a second. No, not you. Mechanical frame 2 would be nice. Inventory capacity, you're already at your Q level, so you can't go any farther. All right, well, then I guess we'll just stop there, won't we? Yeah, because you need these Mark II belts. Now, I don't need them right away, but I do need them soon. TM, like soon, right? And this is where I was saying maybe not going to space first is the good thing for stage 2. Because to make yellow science, we need some things. So that means I should keep building here instead, right? NATO, what's up? I hope it's all good in the neighborhood. You betcha. Let's see. So, what else can I build here before we try to go to space? Well, you could work on the oil plants, but yes, I mean that is a thing you could do for stage 2. And it turns out you do have the oil plants ready to go. Well, do you or do you not? I mean, because you're talking and doing all the things, you're at 227. But if you were actually doing this in the speed run sense, chances are you would not have these all ready yet. So I'm just looking. I'm looking at a yellow build here. Diamonds are your best friend, but diamonds aren't going to happen right away, dudes. Diamonds are right here. Well, they happen right after the belts, but diamonds are your best friend, and they're right here. Yes, you do need a diamond setup. Yes, you're going to need that. Maybe that's something I actually should be doing before trying to get off of this planet. Because diamonds are pretty straightforward, right? Diamonds are your best friend, it turns out. Actually, I don't know. I think oil may actually be a good setup to do. And that means coal. Okay. So, turns out we got 2 coal over here. This would be great for proliferation in here because it's small, semi-inconvenient, probably can't do much with it. The bottom one might be a better collection. We got 20 veins there. 18, 19 veins there. The numbers are very close, 445, 441, so I'm not worried about the amounts. Okay, let's see. How many of these do you got on you? 26. You got some belts. You got to get some sorters, but that's okay. You can do that. We can just drive over here for those. Yeah. Look at that. Boom. Yeah. Throw 400 of those in, dude. Look cool. In fact, you can probably take that down a box. See how that goes. You're making me some motors, right? Yes, you are. And you know why? Because you're going to make me some belt here shortly. Yes, you are. Let's see. Do you want to put 50 of those in your inventory? That's an awful lot of those. We got 250 of those, too. Look at that. And boxes. I know. That's pretty scary. Listen, you should change that to a bigger box. Let's make bigger box. No, you can't make bigger boxes yet. Really? We haven't done the research for bigger boxes? All right, fine, whatever. Here, give me 50 of those and we'll call it a day. Yeah, stop right there, dude. You don't need these until we go off planet. All right, that's fine. So stage 2, starting of yellow science, I guess is still going to be on this planet. And the first thing with stage 2, maybe I'll put down the proliferation right now. Just so as I can see a size comparison. Yeah, this thing is big. I'm going to have to cut this back, I think. What are we at? 430? Yeah, we can do the 900, but you can't fit that there anywhere, dude. That is not going to go anywhere there. So I guess the first thing I'm going to have to do is figure out a way to get a more streamlined proliferation in here. Sure. All right, let's do that. Streamline proliferation. it's all good. But we want lots of room around this for power plants. Maybe I should be saving this for power plants? It's a really bad coal deposit, though, right? It's surrounded by a lot of water, and it's really a pain in the butt. But that's why maybe you should save it for power plants, and then you could, like, put scattered power plants all around here, and then try to just fill it in later with belt work. Meanwhile, we got. Let me see if we can see any other coal veins close by. Those are the only two close by, aren't they? Yeah, there's one up north here. There is one down here in this southern pocket. I mean, this is a really big pocket with lots of room. I mean, there's lots of room down here. And it's got 21 veins. That's actually really good veins. So you could use this one for power. Use this one for the proliferation. And then use this one for doing all the graphite. Because you're going to need to set up the oil here. I mean, that's a thing. All right, well, let's do it that way then. All right. I'm not too worried about setting up power just yet. We'll figure something out there. Let's see about this proliferator. Now, I don't have Mark II obviously set up yet. You're going to have the innie, you're going to have an outie, you're going to have something. You can fit this in here, right, dude? Yeah, I can fit this in here, no problem. Watch. Okay, yes, I don't have enough of these, but I can go get some. Here, watch that. See, done. And we can even run a little power over here, so I can charge myself. Do something like that, and then put a couple of your. Oh, where'd you leave your power towers? Oh, they're right there. All right, cool. Grab my power towers. Do all the things. Okay. Yeah, so I can stand down here and supervise. Yeah, stand there and supervise, dude. All the things. Do you got enough belt? This is all Mark III belt, dude. Oh, well, of course it is. You're going to have to downgrade all that. Darn. Listen. Can we... I don't know if you can do this. Can you, like, downgrade unmade belt? Oh, you can, too. Awesome. Yeah. Downgrades, people. Downgrades. Everybody gets downgrades today. Sorry, it is what it is. Yeah, downgrades, people. Listen, I suck it up, Buttercup. It's all downgrades. Yep, downgrades. Okay, how's that? All right, well, that's better. The Mark III inserters or sorters are really bad. Can we downgrade those by 1? Now, you have to, just to kind of explain, yeah, I need to, can you downgrade them by 1? Just by 1, dudes. I just need to, yeah, do that. Yeah, there we go. So just to explain this, I took this blueprint from my other system, right? So obviously the other system is the way it is, right? However, everything is fine. How am I, good sir? I'm doing all right. You know, blueprint planning is boring, right? You know, I'm trying to make it as lively as possible, but you know, it's a drag. It's a drag fest. It's a drag fest. You know how it goes. It's a drag fest. But anyway, we're doing all right. We're making it work. No drones to request them when needed. Factorio latest run. Yeah. Oh, and you know what you don't have? You know, the proliferators. Well, okay, that's funny. But you know what? I'm actually making stuff for that. So don't be teasing me on that, because I'm actually making stuff. Yeah, stuff. Now, the whole point of this is to get this down, and then I'll re-blueprint it in its lower scale. So it's, obviously we can do this during the run without having too many difficulties, right? Yeah, you gotta downgrade. You gotta downgrade all these sorters, dude. Yeah, come on, come on, big guy, come on, big daddy. There it is. Yeah, do all the things. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be painful. There are some points in your life that are painful, dude, and this is one of them. Great. You know, I could have done without the pain. I could have done with a little less pain, anyway. Yes, crystal smelting. That's what you call diamonds, people. Well, that's what I call them anyway. I don't know what other people call them. I call them probably too expensive. A rip-off is what you could call them. Listen, stand here and charge up for 10 seconds, would you? Since you're making it look so good. There you go. Look at the long distance reach on you. You go, boy. Yeah, you just do that. You do all the things. There we go. Pain equals you are still alive. That is very true, isn't it? I mean, it at least says, hey, you know what? I'm feeling something. May not be the best feeling in the world, but it's something. We can go with that. And yeah, you know, sometimes you do have to go through a few painful lives and moments and all the things. And all you can hope for is that it's not too painful at any one time. So the nice part about this, of course, is that now that we got diamonds, guess what we can do in this machine? Diamonds. Yeah, of course we can. Yeah, dude. Yeah, come on, get this down here, dude. There we go. And then you can set up the diamonds. We'll set up some drilling for this sucker, and then we'll try and plan some proliferation for it. Okay. So let's fly up here for a second, because you've got a box that's been making stuff up here, and it's awesome. Look at that. There's a box. It's made things. I know. That's a great, isn't it? And now you should be able to make some of these. Like 10 of them. Wow. Can we make 10 of them? Yeah, you can make 10 of them. Wow. Well, you know what? That's okay. Let it do that. I think I'll let it do that. You're probably going to need another 10. Oh, well, I don't need that much. Look. I thought I was going to need a lot more of that green stuff. All right, well, that's fine. Listen, stop over here for a second. Pick up some magnetic rings, would you? Yep. Stand here, pick up some magnetic rings out of the machines, because that's the thing we do. There we go. Oh, not for you, though. You guys haven't got nothing. I really should plan a box for them magnetic rings. Like I have a box here for the circuit boards. I mean, look how many circuit boards this thing's put out, right? I really should be capturing that better up here. I will say that it is probably something I will have to look at as part of my stage 1 run, is to capture a better capture of rings. This here is looking good at the moment. plenty. It's keeping up okay, so I'm pretty happy about that. Let's see. Everything else down here looks okay. So that's gonna get. You're giving me my 10 of these, right? Yes, you are. In fact, you've already done 5, according to this. You did? Yes, you did. Oh, well, you gave me 2. Why'd you give me 2? Oh, you know why? Because the robots have run off. The robots ran off to go get more. Okay, guys, listen. Yeah, I know. Yeah, take the other 2 down here. I was gonna say, why? Where did 3 of them go? Well, they're right there, dudes. Everything is perfectly fine. Everything is fine. Okay, well, listen. Let's do this. Because this is going to be a pain in the butt with this water here. So let's do a little bit of rotational skill here. Do all the things. You're going to be able to get closer. 5, 6, 5, 6. I like the 6. I still like 6. If you can't give me more, at least give me 6. Okay. You're gonna give me 6, 7. Nice. You're gonna give me 8? No, you're not gonna give me the 8. All right. Well, that's all right. Listen, I accept that in my life sometimes. Look, I really would like to have that 7. Okay. What are we doing for here? Well, Nope. Okay. Yep. Come on. Yeah. 5. No. 6. 6 bad. 6 bad. 6 is still bad. No. Yeah. Well, 7's better, but you're hugging that. You're hugging that way too close, dude. Okay. Let's see if we can't get it this way. Okay. Come on. Give me that 7 without me having to get too close. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Something like that. Okay. You're not gonna get anything this way though, dude. This is well, you can get a 6 there. Okay, well listen, we'll leave them last few pieces alone. Let's get this hooked up. Make sure that it's all going to run smoothly for us, shall we? Do that. If it hits right in the center, will I get all the things? No, of course not. You never seem to have all the things. There we go. Let's put a belt in to make this all up and running and working. Now, I'm not looking to proliferate the whole world. All right. I am looking to proliferate some of the world, though. So, I will admit, some of the world proliferated. I'm good with that. So, if we come out here, we do this, we do this. Now, this belt is not going to be a good enough belt for this. So, just to kind of point that out. Yep, do that. Cut that off. No, give me this. Cut that off. Do this. You're probably going to need to put that in a box, dude. Okay, I'll agree to that. Where do you want to put this box? All right. First of all, you haven't even got the diamonds set up yet. Look at all the Mark 1 proliferation coming out of there, though. That's awesome. Listen. How about diamonds? Diamonds are a girl's best friend. I know. I just don't. I don't think I got Mark II proliferation. Do ya? No. Do I? No. It's right there. Okay, so this is way out of order. I'll have to remember to put that in order to get Mark II. Now that doesn't mean we can't use Mark 1. Far from it, actually. And what I can do is have it set up to do both. So let's see. Since Mark 1 comes out on this side, then you should do this. There you go. Look at that. There. Even stack it twice. Look at that. Now you made a big box. Big box for big boy stuff. All right, there you go. Shove this into a box. And put a power pole on it. Now, obviously, whoa, what y'all underpowered for? Yeah, everybody just chill out for a minute, would you? Now, you're going to start saving that up. That being said, there's a few things I want to proliferate almost right away, right? Science is one of them, because science proliferation is awesome. But I don't have the right blueprint down for this. Well, did you want to test the new one? Yeah, but yes and no. It's a lot of work to put down the new one. So let's not do that. Let's just pretend we put the proliferation down, which are actually going to go right about here, because my new blueprint, which I don't have on this map, actually has this as set up as 5, so as we can get more science done, right? And I'd like to have the proliferators right here, so as we could collect that, but we'll just pretend we got that one down. The other one would be up here for these guys, right? Yes, the raw resources going in would be great if I could proliferate them or whatever, but the outbound circuit boards and stuff would be even better, because then we could ramp up the mall, right? And get freebies out of the mall. So that's kind of my focus there. So that is built though and running for Mark 1, so that is going to be that part of the build. Do you want to try and fix up the other part of the build, which is going to be the oil part? Because you need a lot of plastic for yellow. Well, you don't need a lot of plastic, but you do need some. You're going to need at least 25 factories in all. Now, you need 10 of those for yellow science at 100 per minute, but you need like 15 for other things, right? So, like, you need, let's see, 400. Well, a lot of this goes to organic crystal, and then the rest of it's going to go to particle broadband. So, let's go with, you need 25 of these. Look at that. No, I don't need 60 on me right now. Don't go crazy. Actually, I don't need any of these at the moment. What you do need is a bunch of oil wells. All right, well then do this and do that, and then cut that back. Yeah, take this, put this in your inventory. Once you've got the oil wells down, what do you want to do? Well, you're probably not going to do that many, dude. Listen, you better take along your little doodad gadgets, because if you don't, you're going to get stuck in the middle of the woods and you'll have no power, and you're going to look really bad at it. Here. In fact, let's make sure we charge up now before you run out. Look at that. See, you would have looked really bad. All right, you got your power towers with you. Way to go. So down here is where we're going to be building a much larger oil build. So it's a little hard to describe this. Let's see how good at it. Gregory, what's up? A virtual a proliferated science. Yes, man, because we love proliferation of the things. It's all good. It's all good. Now, all these sites like Factorio Labs, and these 2-3 other sites that do calculations as to what it is you need to make so much per minute, they're not very good at what I'm about to do, right? So let's just skip what I'm about to do, and I'll explain it to you on the normal, right? We need a lot of hydrogen. And you need a lot of hydrogen for Casimir crystals, because them stupid crystals take 12 hydrogen each later on, right? When we need them hydrogens, or them Casimir crystals later on for the late science, you need a lot of hydrogen, right? You just do. Now, yes, you can make oil like this, and yes, there's what we were talking about, X-ray cracking, people. That's about what I'm about to talk about. So, I mean, yes, you can make hydrogen this way, and of course, we do need the oil from this, because you also need the oil for plastic, right? So I'm not saying this is bad. In fact, we're about to have a problem here. Houston, we've just hit a problem. You need... It's a good thing I came over here to look at this. Here, make 2 of those, would you? It turns out they've just filled up. Now, I mean, you do need oil for making plastic. And, in fact, we need 1,200 oil a minute for this build. And these are not doing 1,200 a minute. I'll tell you right now, that's not happening. That being said... we do need a lot of hydrogen. So, yes, we do want some builds like this, but I also want to fine-tune my hydrogen recycler build, so we can do that. Now, put your tanks down, dude. Okay, yeah, do that. Shove a belt in there to connect the two of them so they can start to unload. There you go. It's all good, guys. It's all good. Listen, it'll be all fine here in a couple minutes. You'll all be okay. It's all going to be okay. My hydrogen recycler build. Let's have a look at that. I think I've made the blueprint for it. Yes, I have. That's what that looks like. Okay. Well, first of all, you need some oil for this little test. So let's do that. Okay, do this, do that. Okay, here we go. Extractor. Yeah, extract me some oil, would you? Yeah, do something like that. All right. Let's now get down. Get down around town. You betcha. Rotate this around, dude. Let's get this down. Now, is this a good spot for this? Like, this is a really nice spot for an oil build because it's got lots of room and these are big factories and the whole 9 yards. Is this, like, the best place for this, though, Max? It'd be nice if you could keep it kind of tucked up. I'd like to keep it tucked up for now. All right, well, then let's just put the example down here and then we'll worry about, like, the reels of it later. Okay, well, then the oil's going to come in the back here, dude. It's got to come in this way. All right, let's do that. I suppose you got to go get 216 green belt, right? Yes. You know, the stuff that you just did research for? Yeah, whatever, dude. I know what you need. I know what you want. I know what you need. Well, what I need is some green belt, you goof. You going to go get that or what? Well, yeah, in a minute. Gee whiz. Can I just have a little fun with my small experiment here? Yes. You can do that up to there. But you're gonna have to go get that belt. You gotta go turn that belt on, dude. You haven't even got it set up over there. And you know what you also haven't got done? You didn't drag power poles down here or anything, so you're gonna have to do that. So let's just do that. Okay, do the things. Here we go. There you go. Do that. Now go fly down here. Hook up some of this crazy belt work that you need. Can I handcraft this really fast? Probably. Listen. Oh wow, you really did crank it up there, Mr. Box. I'm impressed. Listen, can you make me some green belt? Yeah, do that for me, would you? Right. Yep. And look at you guys go. Awesome. Listen, can I do that too? Sure you can. There. Green belt for me. All right, listen. Well, come on, robot. Let's go. Yep. We're going to go back down here. It's all good. Pick this up. Now, X-ray cracking with hydrogen recycling is really nice. It takes a lot of build, but the nice part is that you get a lot of free hydrogen out of it without needing a gas giant, right? And us mining a gas giant for hydrogen isn't going to happen in this run. So we've got to do this. We got to do this the crazy way, right? That's just the way it is. So, no, I need an upgrades. Upgrades, people. Upgrades. No, upgrades. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, all the upgrades. There you go. We'll let these guys put this down, and I'll have a look at it. I suppose you got no power. Oh, okay. These guys are all excited. They're like, "Yes, we'll do this right now." And I'm like, "Well, okay, that's great, but you could wait a few minutes." I mean, I'm glad to see you guys are very excited, and this is good. We want them excited. In fact, you know what? They're going to get so excited that we're actually going to need storage tanks for this. Yeah, so let's do that. I love the hydrogen recycler build. It makes me happy. I've had this in every one of my maps since the very beginning of the game. I think it's a great thing. Are we short? Yeah, we're not short. I was going to say, why aren't you guys putting these down? We're not short them, right? No. Yes, you are. It says you're short 9 of them. Why is that? Did I mess something up there? Well, I mean, I can go pick them up. It's not a big deal. Guys? Guys? Where's my robot guys? Where's all my robots? Oh, we're still short belt. All right, now, first of all, you know what? While we're short belt, I'm going to go pick up, before the robots get out there and then drain all my power and lose my mind and all the things, I will actually fly up here, pick up a few things. Yeah, can I have some of these? Yeah, give me 30 of those, would you? How you guys doing with that new belt? Did you forget to hook it into the box? No. You forgot to hook the motors up? No. What's wrong here? Oh no, you forgot to hook... Darn it. You forgot to hook in the belts, dude. There. Duh. Okay, let me make a note of that on my card. Gee whiz. Yeah, belt hookup. Alright. So yeah, that was pretty sloppy, Max. So, whatever, dude. Just ignore that. I'll make some belt. Here, just hold on a second. I'm making some belt. Yeah, there, done. See? Belt made. Alright. Right there. All the things. Nice. Okay, yep. And this is the one thing I want to kind of get up and running, and then we're going to go to the other planet and take a peek around. See if everything's not blowing up yet. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. That is what you call hydrogen recycler. Oh, this is awesome. I love this. I love this setup. It's great. So basically what it does is it feeds on itself, and when it gets full, it will spit out the extra. I love this setup. It's great. It's a 4/8 setup. I mean, you can do one side. It's not as efficient as if you'd obviously do both sides, but which is a 2/4 setup. But a 4/8 setup, this actually is really cool. And the amount of graphene you get from this thing is crazy big. Crazy big. Now, this does require you to do a couple of things, Max. Yep. One is to do this. Okay. And then the other is you need to do this. Okay. And now you need to hook this up. And you need to bring that out here and hook this up. Now, if you're going to hook up, if you're going to run these all the way down here, let's just say I'm going to do that, right? How many more of them belts can you make? Can you make more? Yes. Yeah, well then keep making them, dude. Because I'm going to spoil myself here and keep dragging this down here for a bit. So this amount of graphite can totally replace what we need making out of coal, right? In the end. I mean, it's just that crazy of an amount. Yep, there we go. Yeah, do it. Do it. Nice. Now, you got to set up some boxes for this dude. And you got to set up, like, the O2 line. Well, you could hook the O2 or the hydrogen line right in, but for now, just for the example, I think what we'll do is we'll just do it this way. So, pull that, put that into there. And we'll just throw a couple of boxes down here for our graphite. There we go. And do that. And I'll get you to shove that in there with these. Yep, come on. Dude, what's your problem? You're not acting right. You're acting all weird. Why is it like? Why are you trying to shove that all the way over there? Like that made no sense. Oh, okay, I see what's going on. It was getting confused with the box on top, which is really dumb. But anyway, we won't worry about that. Here, have a power pole. All right, cool. So let's go back and double. Whoa, oh, okay. I know what's going on there. That's fine. The nice part about this build setup is that it's actually not very oil heavy either, right? So as you can see here, right? We're spitting out the extra hydrogen that it doesn't need, but at the same time, it's going to keep enough hydrogen to keep itself going. This is a really nice setup. I really love this build. It looks like I remembered to downgrade all of this already, which is actually good. I was very worried about that when I made the blueprint. Like, I thought I forgot, like I did with the proliferator. But it appears I did remember to downgrade this one. So it is using green belt with green, Mark II. It's using Mark II belt with the Mark II sorters, which is actually really good, which is all this build needs. It doesn't need... I mean, yes, it would be great if the main line here was like Mark III, but I mean, you can always get around that by just adding more line, right? That's not a real big deal. And as you can see, it's keeping up perfectly fine. And this is exactly what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to generate O2. It's a really nice build. Yeah, I do. Well, that's just for that pump. Yeah. Listen, you're actually like running short on power again, dude. Okay. Well, I guess we better go build. Do a build for power somewhere. Where do you want to do that? I think I'd like to do it up north. Not there, though. And the reason, I kind of had this idea that I was going to use this for possible proliferation later, but, gee, I don't know, right? I mean, that coal setup's kind of wonky. Oh, we were going to do this for power build-up, though. That's why I skipped it. So it's time to do that now, Max. And it turns out you have the material for that. All right. Okay, put that down, all the things. Let's see, boxes, dude, boxes. Yeah, you have a box here. Go for 20. Yep, that works for me. I think you have 9 in inventory already, so just grab 25 and do that. Very good. How's that box of belt coming along? Nice. You just keep doing that, dude. You just keep doing that. Look, we are not going to need a lot of that yellow belt anymore, so we'll cut that back. There we go. Nice. There, do it. So if this is going to be a power setup, of course this is going to get ugly. How close can you get this in here to take advantage of as much coal as we can? Okay. Oh no. Hey, I'm good with that 6. I'm good with the 6. I mean, yes. I mean, 7's always nice, but 180. As long as we're getting 180 out of it, well, that's 9. You probably don't need that much for power. As long as we can keep the belt full. Listen, come around this way. Here, let's start this little adventure. Sure. Oh yeah, I always hate that. Listen, take that out of there for a second, dude. You've got to be able to come in. How do you want to come in here? You got to get in here, something like this, but then you got to kind of cut this guy in, but I don't think I can get him over. Interacts with other objects. I think the problem is going to be the water here. Yeah, like you can get 5 there. Oh, are you going to give me the 6? Are you not going to give me the 6? Ah, you stink. I really wanted that 6. Yeah, like, I mean, that's great that you can give me the 8, but I don't need the 8. Okay. And we'll get one in there. What's that? That's 9 for 27. All right, well, we'll take that. Where do you want to put these generators at? Okay. You can stick one right out here. 1, 2, 3. And then you can have... Want you try and sneak 2 of them down here? I don't think you can. 1. Oh, you might be able to. You might be able to if you do this little maneuver, and then you do like a 2, 3 here. Do something like that. Yeah, the water's a little tricky there, but I think we can get around it. So that's going to be that one, this one. But then you can get another set of 2, 3 here. Okay, I do got to be careful not to run into that set. 1, 2, 3. All right, well, let's put the belt in for these ones so I don't get lost. Because I will get myself confused here very fast. Do that. And then... Sure. Come up here. You gotta come up here and come back down and around on these guys. This guy, I don't know if we... Oh, he can get out the door too. Wow. But did we ever cut that one close? Okay. Now this guy can just do this little maneuver like that. So this gives us 5 in the back. All right. Let's see. Can we get 3 here? I think so. 1, 2, 3, and then can we go for another 3 right beside it? Sure. That's 6. What about you guys? You got 3 of you down here. It would be nice if we kept these guys like not too far away, but at the same time we do gotta get them in. 1, 2, 3 there. Nice. So that's gonna take care of the 3. That means we got 2 left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Foundation support. You stink. Come on, dude. You can find... I mean, yes, I can probably squeeze them in if I turn them sideways, but I don't think that's the best solution. Okay, come on. You can do this. You can do this. You can do it. You just gotta find the right spot. Is that going to be interfering with anything? Not really. It's kind of a point. You're not going to be able to build much more out there anyway. So let's go with that. Do that. Come down here. This guy can come down here, down to these ones. This guy's going to come out, and he's going to go up here to these guys. I don't know if we're going to get some interference from this guy. I would say so. Do that, and then this one's got to come out. And then he's got to come up here. And he's got to do that. Let's get this guy up there. Yeah, so this guy's going to have to come over one more. Do this little maneuver around him and get into there. All right, that'll work. Wonder what kind of blueprint size that is. Let's see. Let's get some power poles in on it. And do that. Let's get it hooked into the power grid. Okay, hopefully, guess what you didn't do, Max? Yeah, you didn't put it... These guys can't pick up squat, dude. All right, we'll fix that. There's that. And then that. Hey, it's nice to see the blue power again. Okay, we'll take that. All right, very good. Okay, there's 3, there's your 2, and that's your 1. And there's our 3, and 2, and 1. Now, I would think that after this amount of power, I should have no problem doing an oil setup, but where are we at in time? 3:08? Now, that's not a real time, right? I mean, I'm doing everything haphazardly, all the things. So I'm not really focused on that as being an actual time. What I'm really looking at is it's taking me about, let's say, because I mean, this would be a blueprint. I mean, I'm manually building this now, right? So, you know, that's not the real time of anything, really. I'm just trying to gauge where I would be in terms of, like, if I had to build the next piece, where would I go? And then this one here should do this one. This is a lot of power. This should really crank it out. GG, what's up? I hope it's all good in the neighborhoods. Snow plowing. I couldn't believe it when I seen the stream, dude. I was like, snow plowing. Holy smokes. Us Canucks, you know, us fellow Canadians. Just, it was blowing my mind, dude. It was blowing my mind. You know? Anyway, I tried to catch you a couple of times. I wanted to ask you, I am a pro. I wanted to catch you a couple of times. Now, I realize closed beta, the whole 9 yards, right, Mr. Prepper? That's the beta. The beta isn't what I was asking about. What I was wanting to know about is, of course, I'm assuming you're going to be doing the Animal Farm, right? On March the 10th, right? I think it's March the 10th. Yes, Transport Fever 2 is March the 9th, and on March the 10th is the release of Mr. Prepper's Animal Farm DLC. I'm assuming you're going to be playing that, right? I mean, if not, I'd be very surprised. Okay, so this is all up and running, and I mean, that's a lot of wattage, dude. We just went from like 60 to 130. I'm not part of the beta. I'm hoping to cover the DLC on release. I don't think anybody's gotten any word on the DLC on the beta. Right? Because I'm sure there's it's a closed beta. I don't think anybody's gotten word on the beta part. But I'm assuming you're doing the DLC on release, right? On March the 10th. Because I mean, that's just a thing that has to happen. that's got to happen, right? I mean, you know, the Prepper Man has to happen on March the 10th. Figured you were. I figured you'd be all on top of that, like chips and cheesies. But you know all it is, right? You pulled yourself away from doing a lot of beta testing. Well, I can understand that, right? I only sign up to betas where I think I myself am gonna contribute to the game in a larger way. Right? So I don't sign up for every beta going around or anything like that. Only just a few of the ones that I really look forward to, right? Let's do a size comparison on this monstrosity, because I'm a little concerned now about how big this blueprint's going to be. It can't be bigger than 900. I know that. Oh, 272. Psh, walk in the park, people. I can do 272 like way easy. So the reason is, of course, is that Mark 1 blueprinting is 150, Mark 2 blueprinting is 300, and Mark 3 blueprinting I think is 900. And obviously, I do have Mark 3 now, and that is actually part of my tested run already to get to here. So as long as I had, well, I mean, 300's better because it guarantees me that if something goes wrong in the whole process, I can still put this power plant down even with only 300 facilities, right, at 272. So that's what it is, right? Been doing more consultations, making more money. Hey, it's what it's all about. It's all, at the end of the day, it's all about that monies. It's all about monies, dude. I totally agree, right? Yeah, can't blame you on that at all, right? You know, got to be where the money is. I totally on top of that. So with that, yeah, I'm glad that I just wanted to be able to ask you that, and I tried to catch you a couple of times throughout the last week, and it was like, just couldn't do it. You either weren't on that day or whatever, and it was like, oh, gee whiz. I just, you know. But yeah, I figured you were all up on Animal Farm, and I just wanted to, just confer with a fellow prepper on getting that all set up and running, right? Because I mean, that's the thing that's going to happen. You still don't have Mark II of this, do you? Nope. And you don't have your spreadsheet, so you can't really judge that. 800. Holy, that's a really big number, dude. That's a lot bigger than I would like. I'm not really so worried about that right away. Yes, you need photon frequency conversion. Do you need it right away? Not really. You probably need this more right away, but that's yellow science, and that's the first thing you're going to need after yellow science. You don't need deuterium fractionation. Yes, hydrogen fuel rods would be awesome, because then that would give you all the gas that you'll ever need for the upcoming future. You also do need particle trapping, and you also need supermagnetic field coils. I'm just throwing some research in here to throw in research. Do that, and this and that. I have my son more often now, so mostly just Monday to Thursday. Cool. I'm glad you do, man. You know, because I know that was a thing, right? And it's cool that you got him around more often now. I mean, that's awesome. Definitely awesome on that. You know, you got my full support on the extra sun time. You know how that goes. So I'm glad that's all working out. Right? You gotta like the extra time. Wow, you got a lot of goop here, dude. Yeah, but you would be taking that over. This is all part of your plan, Max. You're gonna be taking that over and dumping that off. Okay, well that's true. I'm just saying you have a lot. That's part of the build, dude. That's part of the build. And then you have to come back, and then you have to change it to Mark II and cut that off, and then you would switch that to Mark II proliferation. All right. So. Let's go to another planet because I want to go play on another planet. Because that's also going to be like there's got to be a cutoff line here where I declare phase 1 complete, and I must admit I do declare that phase 1 is done as soon as I finish this oil setup for the red science. That is done. That is phase 1. So everything we're kind of working on here now is for phase 2. Like I mean, look at the amount of hydrogen this thing's pumping out, right? Yes, fill up that tank. All the things, right? And I mean, this is just free hydrogen. This is free hydrogen that can sit here all day and look good for me, right? And I may not need that hydrogen for another couple of hours, but when I do need it, I'll be able to grab it and throw it at them Casimir crystals until they turn blue in the face, right? And it's the same with this graphite, right? You know, we can throw the energetic graphite at things later on if I need it, and it's all good to go after that. Yeah, right? Well, yeah, I totally get you on that one, dudes. You know, yeah, takes a hearing. But I'm glad you won, right? You know what? I think, you know, for a long time, and I'm not going to get too political because that's not what I do here, really. But for a long time, you know, I think courts were kind of all one-sided for a while. But I have noticed in recent times that they're balancing out now. They realize that, hey, you know what? Guys can also be beneficial for having their kids around, right? So I'm glad, like I said, dude, I don't know much of the situation, but you know, you've said a few things over time, and I'm glad that's hooking you up, right? So more time is always a good time. You got to go all the time. Oh, gee whiz. Where do I get all this rhyming stuff from? I don't know. I just play games and hang out. All right, so. Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of Max getting lost in space. But to go to space, you need to fill up on things, dude. And look, that box is out of graphite. Well, it turns out it's a good thing you've been making a whole bunch of it down here, isn't it? Yes, it is, actually. Told you. I almost had a feeling I was going to need this stuff, and it turns out you have a whole factory that does that. Oh, that's pretty amazing, actually. Yeah, take that all with you. And you're going to put it up here in this box. Okay. Boop, there you go. Boop, there it is. You betcha. Just started season 1 of Discovery last night. Funny that you mentioned that Star Trek intros. Yeah, it is, right? It is. Yeah, it's all good in the neighborhood. Yeah, we like wins. Wins are good. We like wins. We take a win whenever you can get one, you know? Okay, we're going to space, dude. Let's go to space, because that's what you want to do. You want to go to space. All right, so to go to space, we need as much of this as possible. You've got a mess here, dude. Look at the disaster in here. Like, you've got 3 of this. You got... Holy smokes, you're not going to space until you get rid of some of this stuff. Okay. Okay, look. There, I got rid of that. You got 3 gold. You got 3 coal. That's a mess. What are you going to do with the 3 coal? Well, I'm going to throw it into this machine and it can burn it. There you go. See? Done. What are you going to do with this graphite? Well, listen, you got to take some of that with you, right? Let's not kid ourselves here. You've got to take some of that graphite with you, because if you don't, how are you going to get the power started up when we get there? Yeah, that's a thing. So don't get too cocky. All right. Holy smokes. Don't beat me up. Listen, sort this. Leave some of... Listen, take 100 of it with you, just in case you need 100 with you. But you don't need like 500 of it with you. In fact, you should probably grab 100 of this, just to have it. I mean, you can never, it never hurts to have 100 copper and 100 iron on you somewhere, right? You got lots of circuit boards. You're kind of doing good there. Listen, why don't you take a few more of them crazy motors with you? Because that actually worked out really good for you. Sure. Yeah, put them in a stack, would you? Just in case you need them. Because I think that might be a good idea. Sure. You got? Do you want to grab some free gears? Okay. The gears are up here. Boop. There you go. A couple 100 free gears, and let's see. Smelting. According to my notes, I'll probably like if I'm going to stay on the planet. According to my notes, I think I'm going to need about 300 of these. So that's 200 there. So let's just start with 200 and see how far that gets me, right? It's the same with this. How many of those do you got? 150. Let's say 200 to start with that. Now, this is going to get crazy. You need a lot of that, and you need a lot of those. In fact, I should have bumped that up to 100, and that was sloppy of me because you need a lot of power. I should be taking at least 100 of those, but it is what it is. Do you want to try and take some of these along? I'll take 30 along to start. You don't need oil on the planet, dude. There's no oil on the planet. You'll be lucky if you get anything on the planet. Listen, in fact, you should take the oil extractors, put them up there, put your other oil up there, because there's no oil on the frozen ice ball. Take those. You got 50 boxes. Yes. Okay. We'll go with that for the moment. And you've got what? 400. You got 4 of these. Let's switch over to using greens from here on out, shall we? Let's do that. It's all greens all the time from here on out, for sure. Just a little bit of hoarder genetics. Dude, everybody who plays games is a hoarder. I mean, that's just the method of the world, right? I mean, come on. I mean, it's funny. I was playing Icarus last night, and I was specifically saying, listen, stop inventory hoarding. You have all this inventory. You made this stuff for a reason, so you make it and you use it. Don't hoard it, because it doesn't help you any. You left one of your really cool power towers somewhere. Okay, can we make a couple more just in case? No, because you haven't got squat for things. Listen, can you grab 10 of those? Okay, can you make 2 of those? And then like, listen, just give these guys the extra crystals. There you go. Okay. That way I have a few extra power towers with me. I don't think the one windmill power is going to help me any. You know what? Hold on to that. Because that might help me boost pack the rest of this little extravaganza that I'm going off there. Okay, so let's get ready to go to space. Yeah. So what are we going to do when we get there? Well, you're going to build a bunch of silicon, and you're going to build a bunch of titanium. We got to get some power up and running with fire ice. Oh yeah, right. I got a jet. No problem, dude. I got the wrecking bar on some ice cream. Covering on some ice covering. I thought it was ice cream. You're being a Canuck. You're going to go shovel snow. It's perfectly fine. Road snowpack is higher than the sidewalk. Yeah, isn't that crazy? I know. It's totally crazy. 2 belt types in the inventory. Yes, I'm actually doing that on purpose. And the reason is that if I want to handcraft Mark II, you need Mark I to handcraft it. And if you have it already in your inventory, well, then it just makes it faster to handcraft. That's all I'm doing. I'm just saving myself some time by handcrafting it by having the 2 types in my inventory. All right, GG. I will catch you on the next one, man. And look forward to seeing you playing Mr. Prepper on your episodes. So, I think we're ready to go to planet, whatever planet I'm going to. Okay, listen. Why don't you hook that up, dude? You should hook that up. Okay, cool. You know this is a really bad time to go to this planet, right? Yeah, it is. I hate to say it, but it is. Yeah, it's a really bad time for this planet. Like, it's so far away. So far away. Like, you couldn't wait until the planet had orbited around closer to you, right? And I gotta hope... Yeah, I gotta... No, get away from that. That big gas ball is trying to pull us in. Listen, I can't afford to be doing all this. So one of the very first things we want to do over here is get a location information. Are you gonna land on this thing or what? Well, yeah, but I'm just trying to not run out of gas getting over here. Oh yeah, here it comes. Here it comes. Boom. Give me the reward. No, you're not. I was gonna say, come on, dude. I just flew to another ball of planets. Universal exploration, you betcha. Okay, so this is where I need to... Wow. There is nothing on this side of the planet at all. This side is blank. Okay, so let's see what we've got here on this planet. We got 70,000 coal. Titanium is 2 million. Silicon is 5. Copper ore is pretty shoddy. All right. And there's our 1 copper. All right. I guess where we know where we're going to be doing some stuff. We're going to be doing it over there. This is the 1 coal, which this is the only way we can have graphite here. We obviously can't put oil here. And iron is 3 million, which is actually really good. I mean, iron's all right. Iron's fine. So copper and coal are going to be our kind of our crutches, if I can call it that. Yep. It's definitely gonna hurt us. So where's all our fire ice? There's one there. Titanium veins, stove veins, iron, coal. Is there any fire ice on this side at all? No? It's titanium. Well, there's 1 fire ice way down there, but I don't want to get that far down. You realize this planet's upside down, right? Okay. You're already working on 1 planet upside down. You don't need to be working on 2 of them. Now that we're right side up, you know what? First of all, let's just work on getting the right side up part. Okay. In fact, fly this way, dude, so as we can at least get this correct. Get yourself lined up with this coal vein. And land right about here somewhere. Cool. Now let's take a look at this. There we go. Right about there. So coal is there. Fire ice is there. Fire ice is back here out on its own. I like this. You see, I like something like this because chances are, like, all my building is going to happen over here. Keeping power out of the way would be a really big benefit, right? So if I could make my first power plant out of this fire ice here, and then, let's see, and then if I set up this coal to do something, well, do I need... Well, yes, because then this is... where's titanium? That's stone. There is 20 titanium down there. We have coal here. Yes, but that's not going to help you with setting up some circuit boards and some other stuff here in a bit. Titanium, fire ice, silicon, iron, copper for rings. Allows you to build processors. And all of that's got to happen on this side of the planet. So there's fire ice there. There's the iron. There's the copper. All right, so I would say it's probably better if we start at that fire ice instead. All right, well then let's do that. Let's get up here. And then we're gonna fly this way for a bit. Okay, this should be the fire ice. Is this the no, this is not the fire ice I want. It's this other fire ice I want. We're gonna keep flying up this way, keep coming up and around. Right? This is probably the fire ice I'm looking at now. Okay, let's land here for a second. Double check that. Yeah, so this fire ice here, the only trick is there, dude. Okay, so then there's fire ice there and there. Titanium is there. All right, so at least this one I guess can be the start. This will be the start of something. Where is this one? It is almost equator at the 140th line. Is it really? All right, well, let's go to push B, dude. So, I mean, it is near, I mean, it's only 10 degrees from the equator, right? Well, I say that, but it's actually a little farther away from the equator than I would like. But it is what it is. I mean, it's, and it's at 140. All right, good. All right, well, I have it recorded now, so we can now get ready to start the building of the things. This is going to get a little tricky, dude, because this is a very small deposit. Yeah, it is. Yep. Sure. This is perfectly fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try taking four each on these. Yeah, can we try for 4 there, and then try for 4 on this one? What I'm doing is each of these is 4, which is 150. I just don't know what like how fast this can eat it, right? So we'll figure that out next. Boop, boop. Okay, listen, I need you to dig a little bit of this up, dude. There you go. Look at that. All right. Congratulations, dude. Okay. So that's going to be part of the plan. Now, power. All the power things. Now, fire ice, if these lines were loaded, should be able to do 6. But I'm not, because I'm not only pulling 4 at a time out, I don't know how many that is. I don't know how many I'll be able to get away with here. So let's do an experiment. Well, you're not going to be able to do that experiment, dude, and you know why? Because you got nothing hooked to this stuff, which means it's just going to sit there and look stupid. I mean, it's just going to sit here. It's not going to do anything. I mean, that was a great idea, but it's not going to do anything for you. Okay, fine, whatever. Well, then let's go with the 6 as the average for fire ice, and then what we'll do is we'll make adjustments as required. If we find that it's always running short by 2 or whatever, well, then that's when I will adjust the blueprint to do that. So that's going to be 3 there. Why don't you run 3 this way? Okay, that sounds like a good idea. Yes. Yep, that's actually not a bad idea. 2, 3. I mean, there's not. The nice part about this planet is that we don't have any ocean to run into. You know, we can basically design this out however we want. So this is going to be good for us. Okay. 5. Yep, come around this way, dude. I need you to tuck up there, Buttercut. Okay, do that. And final row of 6. Okay, excellent. Now, let's get one of these up and running, shall we? Oh, really? Is that how you want to argue this? Really? Fine. Well, it should be all right because we are using Mark II belt now. No, of course not, because that was a thing. My nice, pretty pattern. I mean, yes, we may be fully. We may have. I should have blueprinted that before I destroyed it. You know what? You still can, dude. You're gonna blueprint this and then just turn it around over there. Oh yeah, that's a thing we're doing. Yeah. Yeah, this is what you're. Yeah, this is how we're doing this. Do that. See, why couldn't you do that like that on the other side? Would have made my life so much easier. But no, you want it to be all fussy. Whatever. Okay, do that. Let's get all the things hooked in here. Okay. Do this. How many? I don't have any yellows on me at all. That's all right. That's actually really. But yeah. But see, this one you can fix, Max. Watch. You can do that little maneuver like that. Yeah. See. Okay. Okay. Do that. And do that, and come down here, do one more time. Now, I don't know if it's going to be like the coal ones where I have to put like some double inserters in, but we'll see how it goes. Listen, you're going to give these guys a power pole? Well, you did. You put 2 power poles in there already. You know, think that's enough? Well, I don't know. Are you going to shove some fire ice in there and see these start up? There you go. That's right. Pick up the pace, people. There you go. That's 100% satisfaction. I can get some satisfaction. You betcha. So, let's now just copy that. Use now. And move this around here. Rotate, rotate. Oh, look. Do that. No. You're gonna work just fine, mister. You do it. You do it and you like it. I suppose the direction is the wrong way, is it? Nope, it's even the right direction. You're gonna make this work, mister. Yeah, do that. Yeah, don't you dare argue with me ever again. Yeah. I told him. That's right. I told him exactly who the boss was. Yeah, that's right. Me. So, okay. Superhero. Are you gonna like straighten the rest of this up, or are you just gonna like congratulate yourself all day? Well, doesn't matter what I do. I'm perfectly fine with this. All right, there we go. Do the things. Is this one gonna give me a hard time? It might. You know, it really hates sorters on turns, right? It just really hates it a lot. Okay, so how are we doing for that power? Yeah, like minuscule. 66, 69. Good. So that's going to give us 71 and change right there. So let's start burning some of it. Because, like, that's what we do. Looks like, now, I don't know if that's going to be able to keep up, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so that is going to be our first part of the build. First thing, I guess, is going to be our wonderful silicon. So let's work on that. Where are you going? Are you going to put some power poles down? Are you going to take some power poles with us? Sure I am. You know, I don't know where we're going exactly just yet, but, well, you're coming up here to hang out with these guys. Awesome. Okay. And this is where you can now put some of your cool little power towers down and charge up. Yeah, be like the big kids. There you go. What do we want here? Well, let's do some flipping around. Have a look at the schedule here. How much of this do I need? I need 50 machines. Really? That's a lot. Well, okay. 50 machines. It's perfectly fine. Yeah. Well, I don't know if you're going to get 50 out of this. Well, yeah, but we have one right there too, right? You might get 50 here in the center, which would be really cool. Well, yes, it would. I forget what the number is for this though. Can you see that right away? I don't know if you can or not. So you've got to turn this into this. So it's 2 for every one, and it takes 2 seconds. Okay, sure. So the outbound, I'm not worried about. It's the inbound. So you need 2 every 2. So you need 1 every second, basically. So that's 60 a second. 720 by 60. Let me get out my calculator. 720 by 60 is 12. All right. So you can't have any more than 12 of these in a row because it won't work. All right. That sounds great. So what do you want to do with that knowledge? Well, the knowledge is simple, dude. You can't have any more than 12 in a row or 6 per side if you're going to do it like this, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, are we going to do this backsies, foresies? Sure. I think so. Okay. So, if this is going to be the outbound lines, and then what we're doing here is I'm going to make a copy of this, just not yet. So we're going to do this. And then we're going to set you up to do this. We'll do a little copy and then test to see how well my paste. Yeah, shortcut is that, right? Like, I thought the shortcut was my. Oh, wrong arrow, dude. That's the wrong arrow. It's that. There you go. Look at that. Look at you go. Listen, I just had to convince my left hand that it was okay to do that. Now, this is where the fun begins. We want this on the one, do this and that. Yeah, these are all the innies. Okay. Now, we can get away with doing this because the outbounds are 2 to 1s, and it's every 2 seconds. So, we should be able to do what I'm about to do next. This is going to be here. This one's going to be here. So these guys all have to come out this way. And we'll hopefully get the blueprinter to work for us this one. Okay, and we need 46 of these. Well, how about 48? You know what? I mean, this is a raw resource, so it doesn't hurt to go overboard. So let's go 12, 24, 36, 48, 60. Do you want 60? That'd be 5 lines. Let's go 72 for 6. Okay. Sure. I mean, I like the plan. All right. All the things. Do that. Click that. Use now. I want to move this down. We want to get this is as close to the equator as I can get, right? Right about there. Is that going to be good? Yeah, let's do that. Now, the reason we want this close to the equator is that if we're going to try and put in like at least 6 rows of these, which is actually like 12 rows, we're obviously going to be running up towards that way. Well, first of all, we'd hit the silicon vein up there, right? But 2, the equator is the largest build area with non-interference, right? Obviously, when we run over interference lines, such as like that one up there where the blocks don't line up, blueprinting becomes a real pain in the butt, to be honest, and is never fun. It's never any fun. And so we're going to try to avoid that by doing what we're doing now. By coming close down here into this zone, we hope to use the whole zone. You know what, dude? This isn't the equator, though. That down there's the equator. Well, it's the same principle, dude. We need to have this all build in a single zone. So we can actually have, like, we could actually run like 3 this way and 3 the other way if we really need to. But as long as we can have them all built into a single zone. All right, there we go. Take these all out for a minute, because this is all goofy looking anyway. Let's run some power, like some real power lines in here, like this, instead of these fake power lines. Fake power lines. All right, there we go. Do that. Now let's make some real copies. All right. Oh, wait. You gotta clean this up first. Plus. Clean that up. Okay, yep, there we go. All right, now let's make some copies. Do this. Boop. Use now. And if we fit that right on there like that, we should get that warning and then go like that, and it should work anyway. And then we do that again. Do that. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. Nice. That's exactly how it's supposed to work, Max. Whoosh. Well, it's a good thing that worked then, huh? Here, stand there, get charged up, let the robots do the things. Well, it didn't quite work. Darn it. See, sometimes that works and sometimes that doesn't. I really wish it worked all the time, but anyway, it is what it is. So what should have happened, and didn't quite happen, but this won't matter when you have a full blueprint, as you'll see here, we got the innies all right. We got half the outies, but we didn't get the other half of the outies. So, that's all right. So sometimes that works no problem, and it's like, yeah, I can do that. And then sometimes it's like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm like, okay, why don't you do that all the time? Just stop being so mean to me. Stop being so mean to me. Sorry to say, but I'm dipping out. Almost asleep. Dude, dip out. Do what you got to do. I hope you have a great night. Know you had a crazy couple of days at work and all the things. And I will see you on the next one, dude. No worries. Okay, well, that's 3. Are you going to try and fit that in there for 6? Yes. Do that. Use now. And then put that right there. You're going to be cranky. I don't care. Nice. And this will be all the silicon we ever need. All right here. Done. All right. And yes, I'm even going to fix up the one row that's broken. Do that. And do... except you went all the wrong way, so now you got to fix that again. Well, you need the practice. All right. So, yeah, one more time. Here we go. All the things. Out, outies, and outies. There we go. All right. Let's keep plopping this stuff down, dude. The robots need the work. All the things. Yeah. Now, again, I don't have my notes here as to doing the proper order of this, so I'm all out of order on this, right? I've got a spreadsheet that I'm working on, but it's not on this account, and I've got to transfer it over because this is bad. this is actually really bad. So yeah, inventory capacity 2 would be nice. Listen, you should have done universal exploration like 19 times ago. Gee whiz. All right. Keep moving up here. Your power towers are down there. Do you have one more on you? Yep, you do. Yeah, plop that out here so you can stand by it for a minute, would you? There you go. Okay, so this, this is more than enough of this. And the question becomes, is this a waste of time putting this much down now when I only needed about half of this? No, because it will save me the time later on when I don't have to build it. And we can stash up all the extra. Excellent. So now you need to get down all the things for this. It's probably going to have to be 6 per node, I would think. 1, 2, 3, Because each of these nodes is going to have to do 3 lines. 4. Yeah, 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8. Really, you're going to be... You don't want to give me 4, 5. That's a terrible node. Well, you got 6. This is a really bad this is a really bad fit here, right? Can you get that 4? Can you get the 4? There's the 4. So what are you doing? You're gonna give me. Well, I wish it would say like. Yes, it will tell me when I start these up, but I do wish it would have the number in here. Like when we were putting these down, it was saying, oh, this is going to be like 120 a minute, right? So like when I go to put this down, flip, like it'll say, oh, okay, you're going to get 180 a minute. Well, that's great, right? That's exactly what I want. Because then I can do some math and say, oh, okay, I got 3 of them doing 180. So that's not 720, right? So that's 360. So that's only going to fill about half of these belts, right? That's the only issue with that. We should see that actually when I start this up. Now this is enough to do the requirements, but I would like to have more. Can you squeeze any in there, dude? Well, I mean, if you do this little maneuver, you might be able to get like 5, 6. Oh yeah, you can get 7 going that way. All right. What about this guy? This little arm here is really messing things up, I must admit. Do something like that maybe. Anyway, I can figure out a way to get more in here. This is not how you get the 13 count achievement, though. Those nodes, holy smokes! Finding those nodes, they are a pain. I really don't like that. All right, but let's go with this. Let's just go with this for now. We'll get at least half of these up and running. All the things. Now, this is where the fun really begins because I got outbound lines that I'm going to have to bridge into boxes. So let's do this. Yeah, do that. Actually, you should be taking that from the back. So we'll do that, do this. Okay, that's 3. And then we'll take these 3. Okay. Yep. Well, come on, dude. Let's go. Okay. And then we'll take these 3. Okay, and we got to drag them down. So come around here, do that, and put this one in here. Cool. All right. Excellent. Done. Go gadget robots. Make all the things happen. Or try to make all the things happen. Don't hurt anybody, though. So, yes, guess who's got power? You guys do. I know. It's crazy. Do the things. This means we should have some factories fire up here in a second. Okay, there you go. Look at that. Nice. And we'll drag these down. You're going to be line 2. And then this other one will be line 3 and good to go. All right. Excellent. Yep. All the things. So we have structures matrix now coming out. Luckily, we don't really have any yellow signs to be done here for a bit, so that's not a problem. And again, this timing is so off at the moment because, like, you know, we're almost in the 4 hours, and we're not even close to where we need to be on this build, right? But that's fine. I don't need to be because we're just still doing the build. All right, so are you going to try and sneak as many of these in here as you can? Yep. Okay. I like this. I like how this node is set up. You can kind of squeezy more out of it. Are those adult words? Squeezy? Sure. Works for me. It'd be really... What do you got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. I mean, I can probably come in this way to get 7, but I can't get 7 out of this guy. There's no way. Like, I can barely get... I might be able to grab 4 for this one. Oh, I think I got 5 out of that one. Excellent. I'll take that. Sure. Works for me. So let's go this guy here. Go this way. Up this way. And then into there. Something tells me that's not belt efficient, but I will live with it because that's where we are. Okay. As long as I can blueprint it later, and the blueprint numbers aren't higher than the actual numbers, I am okay with this. Do this, do this, do that, and do this one. Here we go. And again, I only needed, what was it, 48, and I've got 72, right? Yeah, 46. I only need 46, right? So that's fine. We can make it live after that, right? All right, cool. Do this, do that. And this is going to be our second line right here. Okay. Do that one and do that one. I must admit, these funky little things, I'm not sure about this. I don't trust that at all. Let's not do that. Let's do. Listen, I want you to come out, and then I want you to like connect for reals. Yeah, do that, dude, because I don't trust you doing that other thing. That's just something that looks like on a blueprint will just explode. All right, now it's gonna get real squeezy. So let's do this and do that. And I will take that as a win. So we want to do that, do that, do that, and do this. Excellent. And that has got that all up and running. So what do we got there? 25, 25. So that's 240. Well, you can just stare at the lines for a few seconds here, dude. The lines are almost full, which means they'll almost make it to the back, but not quite. As you can see here, they're making their way down the machines now. You can see which lines are running. Now, these top 3 lines are already full, right? So they're not a good comparison. But this is why we were looking for 720 out of these machines, so as we could fill these lines. Now, that's not impossible. It just means that, we could try to grab some more silicon somewhere else. There's some right here. And I could drag this raw stuff across the map to slack them into there later on in the blueprint series. Like, this is just to get up and running, and then we can deal with the rest. With that, though, I think that's about it for my time. Look at that. 2 hours and just a bit of change. You know it. I want to give you the really cool look while we cut out. Push the buttons, Max. You should push the buttons. There you go. That's it. So, with that, I want to thank everybody for hanging out. Let me do the tap of the things because I need to maneuver this all around. Dude, your mouse is really messed up. Mr. O, GG, Gregory, of course, has made the stop by. Well, now I know there was somebody else. Oh, there's NATO. There's NATO. You betcha. I knew there was another name around there somewhere. All the things. I want to thank you guys for stopping by, doing all the chatting and the things. I want to thank all the recent subscribers and all that stuff running at the bottom right-hand corner because I appreciate that very, very much. Of course, what do we got coming up for tomorrow? Tomorrow is Evil Genius 2 Day, you betcha, as I work on this in the background, right? Because I'll have to now do some tweaking and a little bit of stuff. Now, and then this will be back again on Thursday. Dude, no problem. No problem, G. Anytime. I'm glad you got to hang out. And, of course, we're going to have EG2 tomorrow, and then this comes back on Thursday. Thursday, I'd like to actually do stage 1 of the run itself, just to show you guys actually doing stage 1 of the run. So I'm hoping that's what we're going to do on Thursday. Friday is supposed to be another episode of EG2, but I may use that for the Next Fest. So there's 2 games on Next Fest I'd like to show off, and I may use Friday as one of those 2 days. So we'll see how the end of the week goes, but for tomorrow it's EG2, and then this comes back on Thursday. And of course, I want to thank everybody for hanging out today. I'm Max. This has been Dyson Sphere Program Destiny, you betcha, as we are 95 out of 100 achievements, and we got 5 to go, people. 5 to go, and one of them is I have to finish this crazy game in 10 hours, and that's what we're working on now. The Blueprint series, which of course is where I make all the blueprints so as we can then try to do Mission Impossible. I want to thank you all for hanging out, and of course I'm going to see you on the next one. Take care.